Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So Bitcoin cooling down a bit after yesterday's rally. I've got it on the 3-hour right now, and we're seeing Bitcoin hovering in that $10,900 range right here. So we saw a great uptick yesterday, but now Bitcoin kind of losing steam, and we are seeing, if I put it here on the daily, we are seeing that it is now hovering at this price point, and you can see that there are small, not significant levels of resistance that it's touching at this point, but you guys can see from back in the summer of 2019, 10,900 was a resistance level that Bitcoin did bounce off of twice. So are we going to see something similar? It did go above that level. Of course, we need to see Bitcoin reach that $14,000 level, or rather $13,900, in order to see some more bullish momentum, and then the next stop is the all-time high at approximately 20,000, or rather 19,700 per BTC. So here we are, kind of chilling out in that $10,900 range. But again, this is Bitcoin on the daily. And from the 21st of July, we saw Bitcoin at 8,100, now at 10,900. So it's done quite well. And it has brought a lot of the altcoins up with it. This is XRP on the daily. XRP right now trading at 0.244 cents. Let's put it on the hourly to get a little bit more detail in here. So yeah, significant rally for XRP over the last few days as well. It has come down and now trying to push its way back up. And of course, this is going to be dependent on what Bitcoin does, in my opinion. A lot of the crypto space is rallying, and at Status on Twitter here, XRP_Crow, is kindly reminding us not to get too greedy. So here's the crypto greed index, and it is at 76, the highest it has been at since July 2019. We are now in that extreme greed phase, and I guess people can get a lot greedier. But it is something to think about, guys. Make sure you take profits as necessary. I don't think that I think that this indicator is very sensitive, in that I don't think that this is kind of the end. I think that we are just starting a rally. We might correct a bit, and then people might get fearful if we come back down to a 22.9 XRP 0.229, and then sentiment buyers will buy back up, and then we could see higher highs from there. But just an indication, guys. Be careful. I know some of you guys have been in this space a long time and just want that rally to keep going. Of course, we all do, but something just to keep note of. This from the Daily Hodl: Ripple moves 83 million XRP as large Bitcoin and Ethereum investors transfer millions in crypto. So this, another move from Ripple, over 83 million XRP worth $19.18 million, according to XRP Watching Bot, the XRPL monitor. In one transaction, the Ripple appears to have sent 33 million XRP worth $7.45 million to its distribution wallet, which is used to transfer funds that are sold to third parties. So another alert here from Whale Alert, letting us know that Ripple is still indeed moving XRP from one wallet to another. It's interesting to see, once we do see volume on the exchanges, once we do see traders interested in XRP, that we also do, it also coincides with these Ripple moves, moving XRP from one wallet to another. So perhaps to help fund these exchanges, maybe the exchanges might need more XRP. So what the exchanges will do is they will buy XRP from Ripple at their preferred rate, whatever that is, and Ripple is just getting ready to distribute more XRP as more volume kicks up in a bull market. I hadn't thought of that until just now, but that could be a reason why we're seeing XRP move through Ripple once we start seeing volume on the exchanges for retail investors. Another announcement here, guys, from Ripple themselves. We're proud to be named one of the 100 best workplaces for innovators by Fast Company, and here's the article to that effect. Fast Company put this out a couple days ago, and Google number 2 up here, but LSAC St. Jude's number 1 from Memphis, the nonprofit charity. A lot of names on here that you guys probably recognize: Alibaba, Stripe, another fintech company from San Francisco. We got Microsoft up here, Pfizer, Nestle USA, Capital One, and a lot of these companies I haven't heard of myself. A lot of them I have heard of, but right down here, Ripple at number 97. So low on the list, but still made the top 100, and definitely something to be proud of. I want to keep moving along because I saw this tweet originally from Mr. C at Bubba Cugs on Twitter, And in the blink of an eye, he says, and this has to do with BLINC, BLINC, this company. Now, I know King Solomon did a video on this the other day. He actually mentions it down here. So for those of you guys who haven't seen it, it's a really good video, kind of giving you his insight on this. I'm just going to go over this real quickly here. So this is BLINC, BCB Liquidity Interchange Network Consortium, and Bubba Cug says this is absolutely huge for XRP, and we'll explain why in a second. So the BCB Group, leading digital asset financial services group, today announced the launch of one of their first real-time payment networks of its kind to allow free real-time transactions across fiat and digital currencies. The world's oldest active cryptocurrency exchange, Bitstamp, is set to become the first exchange to enable transactions on the BCB Liquidity Exchange Network Consortium. This development builds upon accelerating client demand for BCB Group's platform over the year to the end of June 2020, with average monthly payment volume growth of 24%. The network aims to transform traditional payment infrastructure by providing a unified architecture capable of handling instant domestic and international fiat transactions, crypto transactions, cross-currency transactions, security tokens, and smart contracts, all provided fee-free within the network. Now, it sounds like these guys are running on Ripple just based on how they are phrasing what they are able to handle. Now, the other thing we got to remember is Bitstamp. So there's a Ripple connection there. Bitstamp, for those of you guys who do not know, is one of the preferred exchanges for ODL that Ripple has partnered with. And Bitstamp here also discussing the fact that they are trading with the GBP pairs at zero fees. So this is an article from a while ago, Bitstamp, adding GBP trading to the following stages. But there's more to this. There's that connection. Also, BLINC launches with GBP, the Euro, and the CHF support, eliminating the need for conventional payment schemes such as SWIFT and SEPA for transfers between BLINC members. This ecosystem enables 24/7 immediate clearing, reduced operational and settlement risk, simplifies inter-counterparty settlement reconciliation, and no cutoff times. The addresses scalability issues inherent to blockchain networks. So we've got Bitstamp, the GBP connection. Also, there's this connection here with Lab 577. So if you go back to this article, BLINC is also integrated with DASL, developed by Lab 577, which is a leading global digital asset liquidity network for issuers, investors, financial institutions, brokers, and administrators built on the Corda network. So another connection here. And so what is Lab 577? It's a software company co-creating applications using emerging technology for clients in the financial services industry. And these guys, Lab 577, obviously connected to DASL. And for those of you guys who do not know, here's a PDF with regards to Lab 577. In here, it is saying that they are using DASL to provide seamless integration within fiat banking and access to the crypto ledgers such as BTC, XRP, and ETH. So interconnecting with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP ledgers. So very, very interesting. It sounds to me, though, just from the way this is worded, when they describe BLINC specifically, that it is using Ripple. So this to me just speaks volumes with regards to a Ripple integration. But we also have the Bitstamp connection and the DASL connection linking to the XRPL. Thought that was really interesting. So thank you so much, Mr. C at Bubba Cugs on Twitter. Another article here, guys, and this one from XRP Crypto Wolf. Now, Binance is adding pairs for ADA and XRP, and it is linked to the BKRW. So for those of you guys who are trading in Korea, the BKRW is the stablecoin version. It's kind of like the Tether version of the Korean won, and now there are XRP and ADA pairings to that stablecoin for the Korean won. So more on and off ramps for Korean traders with regards to ADA and XRP, which is going to be great because, guys, I don't know if you remember in the last bull run, Korean traders really pumped up the volume for XRP. It was much of the reason why, or at least we are presuming it is a lot of the reason why CoinMarketCap pulled Korean numbers from their final tally for XRP volume in the last bull run. They have since restored those numbers, but a lot of Korean traders really excited about XRP, and so now this just gives them another reason in this current bull run to trade XRP and to have that paired with the BKRW. So great news there. Another one here, guys, from the XRP Arcade, 20 leading comedy and satire sites choose Coil for web monetization. This from Leonidas. Coil, the company providing an alternative and additive way for publishers to monetize their content, announced that 20 leading comedy and satire sites are now using Coil to stream micropayments from readers to publishers based on time spent reading their content. Starting today, the comedy bundle using Coil and web monetization includes the following sites, with more soon to follow, and then it gives a list of sites including the Reductress, the Hard Times, Hard Drive, Jump Kick, Robot Butt, the Nordly, Fancy Boys Club, Spooky Mag, the Whale Lines, the Alunion, Pittsburgh Unfiltered, Duffel Blog, Weekly Humorist, Lady Spike Media, What the Fuss, and the Boston Accent, just to name a few. Now more than ever, and here's a quote, now more than ever, publishers are seeking new revenue streams. This from Stefan Thomas, founder and CEO of Coil. Web monetization is an open technology that enables streaming micropayments to flow to publishers for every second a user spends on a story. It's additive, leaving other revenue streams undistributed, and gives publishers the freedom to decide what exclusive content, ad-free experiences, or other premium experiences they want to offer. So that a little bit about Coil. And of course, you know, these a lot more content needs to be on the net, and so we've been seeing a lot of these satire websites pop up more and more. I don't know if you guys are into satire websites like the Hard Times. I know that is more focused on music and bands, and they have some pretty funny articles with regards to, you know, the metal scene or the punk scene, stuff like that. Ads are annoying. We hate them at the Reductress as much as you do, so we're happy to offer our readers an ad-free experience and an easy way to support us and other independent publishers for just a few bucks a month. So again, Coil monetization runs on the XRPL, and now we're seeing some big names in the satire blog business deciding that this is the way they're going to go. And guys, this posted on Twitter by Cotswold Gent. Whoop, there it is. Accenture are the delivery partner for the Bank of England, who are a big Ripple partner. Now, I just saw this, thought this was really, really interesting, and this from the Bank of England, an official press release. We can today announce that Accenture UK is the technology delivery partner for the RTGS renewal program, and that is huge, guys, because Accenture, a Ripple partner, and here's the news release. The Bank of England appoints Accenture as the technology delivery partner to the Real-Time Gross Settlement Services renewal program, and the RTGS is a critical piece of national infrastructure and the backbone of UK payments. It settles an average of £685 billion each working day. Following extensive industry engagement, the vision for the renewed RTGS service is to increase resilience and access, offer wider interoperability, improve user functionality, and strengthen the end-to-end risk management of the UK high-value payment system. The renewed system will start to be delivered in 2022. So we're finding that 2022 is an important date for a lot of this, and this again from the Bank of England, RTGS renewal program. And here's a chart of some of the firms that they have engaged with, including R3, Ripple Labs Inc., HSBC Bank, and Santander UK, just to name a few. And so this is great. 2022 though, everything seems to be aimed at 2022. My thoughts exactly, still a long time to wait, I suppose, for most people, at least a 5-year investment. XRP really is going to flourish, guys, I think in the next few years, because we are starting to see more and more of this integration. And of course, it's going to be about macro payments, and it's going to be about high value payments, building the liquidity rails first, making sure their proof of concept, or rather their working proof of concept, works for retail transfers, so payments under $10,000, and then scaling that up once this integration happens. Also ISO 20022. So think about this, guys. Baby steps. We're making our way closer to the future, the Internet of Value, and the payment infrastructure will be reformed. Somebody also posted this. Oh, right. It was from the Cryptic Poet, and it has to do with the Bank of Canada. Now, this clip I'm going to play you guys. This from Ripple Swell, the North America 2020. I guess it was a webinar here. They were doing it remotely, but I'm going to play you this. They discuss Ripple being integrated within the Bank of Canada. So let me just play you this.
And in fact, the Bank of Canada is working on projects to build the capability for that central bank digital currency. Although they're not going to issue that currency as yet, when the need arises to issue it, they want to be ready. So we're working closely with them on that specifically. You know, and we're looking at providers like Ripple and how you offer it versus the different providers, and really just to get best practices and what's going to work for Canada, what's going to work, you know, from a global perspective, interoperable perspective. So it's something that underpins, I would say it's an undercurrent to our current more active modernization projects.
So there you go. The Bank of Canada obviously looking for something interoperable, understanding that Ripple is a company that can provide the services they need. They were talking a little bit about CBDCs in this clip as well, just the fact that the Bank of Canada wants to be ready with a CBDC, doesn't want to necessarily implement it yet, but they want to be ready as soon as it needs to be implemented, as soon as the world goes digital. The Bank of Canada, the government of Canada, doesn't want to be left behind. So I thought this was an interesting clip. I wanted to thank the Cryptic Poet for posting that. Somebody down here saying, this all has to do, this is kind of old news, and that Project Jasper has been going on since 2015. And it has been, and we've heard developments with regards to the Bank of Canada and Ripple over the last couple of years. I still think that this deserves merit because it does confirm that the Bank of Canada still is on track with cryptocurrency adoption, obviously wanting to have that CBDC ready, and obviously looking to integrate with Ripple and XRP. And it looks to me like Europe and China are trying to play nice. This from XRP Crypto Wolf. China and the European Union agreed to strengthen information sharing and exchanges and cooperation in the fields of digital currency and financial technology. I thought this was interesting because usually China wants to keep hush-hush about their technological advancements, but this was released on Tuesday. The European Union and China had trade and economic discussions via video conference. The tone of the announcements from each side was a little different. The EU emphasized the need for reciprocity and access to China's market, which was mentioned by the European Commission EVP. The meeting was attended by Chinese Politburo member and Vice Premier of the State of Council, Liu He, joined by several Chinese deputy ministers. The Chinese announcement stated that both parties are committed to continuing to promote the internationalization of the euro and the renminbi. Additionally, it said that the parties agreed to strengthen information sharing and exchanges and cooperation in the fields of digital currency and financial technology, which is good because in this global economy, of course, partnerships are stronger than if you are trying to fight your adversary for supremacy. The European Commission statement said, the parties discussed the international role of the euro and the RMB. The current crisis gives us no other option but to work hand in hand with our global partners, including China. By pulling together, we can recover more quickly economically and make progress on areas of mutual interest such as trade and investment relations. So, I thought this was a great step in the right direction. Guys, I will link this article in the description if you want to read it further. And so usually I take the time to talk about these kinds of articles near the beginning of the video, but I wanted to bring this up because we're going to get to a possible XRP price target by the end of 2021, and this kind of leads us into this. So this from Nicholas Merton. He's talking about the bullish crypto market, and he seems to think that essentially Bitcoin, let me just go over it quickly. Bitcoin is displaying all bullish metrics analysts have been hoping for. So he says we've broken through resistance for the first time since 2017. This is highly significant. Everything's looking great. We had months of consolidation starting back in April against the line of resistance. He also thinks Ethereum is doing exactly what Ethereum should be doing after a small price drop at the beginning of the week. And he's saying, taking a look at the Bittrex chart here, the thing that I'm noticing is we're doing exactly what happened to gold in regards to its ratio against equities. You break out of an ascending triangle, you have a correction down to the line of previous resistance, and you make it support. And this is what I found significant. He also talks about XRP. And although many traders, many prominent analysts in the space have taken a look at the charts and have said, this is garbage, I'm not going to touch this with a 10-foot pole, he says we might need some more time for a full-scale consolidation until we get one of these accelerator moves. But I have no doubt that we're looking for a bounce up. If you were to take a look at the general lines of support here, we're actually towards the lower band. So I think we could get a slight accelerator move here in XRP, even if we don't get a major move until later on. So when you look at the XRP chart, we have seen a similar pattern in the past. Okay, let me just bring this out here. We have seen that XRP tends to kind of meander for quite a while. And you guys have to remember this. Bitcoin was rallying throughout this entire period, okay? Throughout this entire period from here, let me just kind of just circle it from here to here. This was 2017. Bitcoin was just continuously going up, whereas XRP would meander and then pop, meander and then pop. All right, and so this is what Merton is saying here, that we might not get some movement, or rather we might get a slight accelerator move in XRP, but then we won't get a major move until later on, which is what we've seen in the past. Now, this brought up by Michael at Val5Links on Twitter, and this with regards to DIY investing. So I'm not going to go over this article. I will link it in the description, but he does go over his theory of how XRP could reach $30 by the end of 2021. And so I'm just going to go over this quickly. Again, guys, I will link this tweet in the description if you want to read further. He basically says why everyone should buy XRP. Of course, a lot of us already know why we should buy XRP. It's no secret that XRP is one of the most talked about cryptos in the space. It has held a top 3 status in market cap longer than most coins have even existed. By the end of 2021, I expect the price to reach $30, and here's why. So at 23 cents right now, we are at a very important time where fear is at its highest, but at the same time, opportunity is as well. At the ultimate point of fear comes the maximum for financial opportunity. Now, here he goes into the charts. Taking a look at our first fractal, we have XRP and silver. It's very obvious to see that cryptos are highly correlated to commodity markets. Silver and XRP are basically the exact same chart. So here's what we saw for silver, and you guys can see XRP trading the same way, even with these upticks. Here you can see with XRP and silver, then meandered down, then another slight uptick here. I think that this has to do more with just trader psychology more than anything. But it is interesting that people are considering commodities and cryptos, especially XRP, similar in that regard. When you layer the two on top of each other, you can really start to see or to visualize how insane the fractal really is. And so he gives you a fractal with the overlay on top of that. Let me keep going here. This is by far my favorite chart I have ever made of XRP. Some bald guy even tried to tell me I stole it. Don't know who. Well, I might know who he's talking about. I'm not going to comment on whose chart it is, but it is very interesting because you do see patterns here. Some significant pops, you guys can see that in green, with a down drift following after, and a long period of consolidation before this type of pop here in yellow, and then coming right back down, and then that seems to be the precursor before the next pop. You guys can see that mirrored here on this chart as well. So let me continue here. What is different about these two charts? It's the same thing. Whoever argues against this, I will automatically assume you were dropped on your head as a child. Okay, fine. Here's where it gets even crazier. If we take the last 6 years of price action, you find a pretty insane trend forming. New years are significant levels in each cycle. So 1 cycle top, 2 cycle midpoint, 3 cycle end. And you guys can see that put here in the charts. I know I'm going over this very, very quickly, guys. I will put this in the description for you, though, in the end. But you guys can see his point. The trend is similar, and so are we going to see a similar pattern? And we've done fractals on this channel before. I know other guys like the Blockchain Backer show similar charts with regards to cycle patterns, using fractals and Fibonacci retracements to suggest new levels for XRP forming. And so what he's suggesting is that by the end of 2021, we could see the same thing manifest, okay, which would bring XRP up to $30 by the end of 2021. Now, I'm not saying it will hit $30 by the end of 2021. I'm just suggesting DIY investing is saying that it could reach $30 by 2021. And of course, there are many different factors pointing to why that could occur. One thing that I think that a lot of people lose sight of is this, and I thought that it was a simple comment. It was from the Crypto Candy on Twitter. The real XRP pump starts above $1. Now, at face value, that doesn't sound remarkably interesting. But guys, I want to remind you of something, and I frequently forget about this as well. I get so excited about XRP price that I tend to forget this other factor that we don't talk about much, and it's the idea that, now guys, this is Bitcoin from back in 2010 when it was trading at pennies, okay, 6 cents back here in 2010. And let me just bring up the price range. Okay, so 6 cents right back here. At what point did Bitcoin really gain value? Well, it gained about, we'll call it about 2,000%. Let's go down here. It's about 2,100%. Trading from about 5 cents down here in July 2010, meandered, and then you guys, you can't see the side, but it is going up by pennies. Pennies. It reached a top, 49 cents here, came back down to about 20 cents, and then decided to rise once again up here, and it hit $1.11 before coming back down, and this represents a 2,100% increase, okay? And let's see how many days that was over. That was roughly over, give or take, 232 days. Bitcoin went from about 5 cents to, what was it, $1.11, $1.10, $1.11. Fine, great. Now when we take this next trend up, this next leg up, Bitcoin went from about 70 cents, okay, all the way to, well, this only happened in 66 days, so I brought that one up first just because that was the last thing that I clicked. But let's look at the price range here. It took 66 days to get from there to all the way to about 3,900% increase and that would be a price of approximately $32, $31.68. But guys, when you look at the space, when you look at the spacing between this uptrend and this uptrend, I know I have it on log right now, but you can really get a sense of how the momentum tends to push once we go above $1. And you guys know right now, XRP trading at about 24 cents. We see 4 numbers after the decimal spot, and we can see, right, cryptos tend to move fractions of pennies when they're under $1. Because there's less liquidity. You can buy more of said cryptocurrency for less, and so the price doesn't tend to fluctuate as much. And guys, we've seen the same with cryptos like VeChain as well. When it's under $1, or this is really cheap right now, VeChain trading at about 1.5 cents. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots after the decimal, and we usually see we don't see it move from 1 to 3 to 10 cents very quickly. We tend to see fractional increases when cryptos are trading at such a low price. But guys, if you compare that to Bitcoin, you guys know Bitcoin can race dollars, $10, sometimes hundreds of dollars at a time. And so when we see these prices move for Bitcoin, we tend to see, dollars or tens of dollar movements. At this moment in time, there isn't a lot of action right now for Bitcoin, so we're seeing it move by, tens or 20s or 30s of cents. But you can see the price fluctuation in a bull run that really does increase by tens or hundreds of dollars sometimes. And so the point I'm trying to make here is that the price of XRP right now is moving by fractions of pennies, but once it gets over $1, getting to 2 and 3 and 4, I think will be a lot easier. And then once we hit 10, getting to 15 and 20, 25 and 30 will be even faster than that. Now that's just a theory I have based on historical price movement for cryptocurrencies when they were trading at a low price. Now we can compare that to coins like Bitcoin trading at a higher price. So I wanted to bring this up for you guys because I thought this was important. This from the Cryptic Poet. Once again, the 2018 crash, this is what you were doing when you were hodling your XRP. The 2018 to 2020 bear market, we've got March 2020 crash, and by August 2020, you're so lucky you got in under 20 cents. Remember that, guys. We've been hodling for a long time. Getting in XRP under $1 still makes perfectly great sense to me. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.